Hey everyone, welcome back to Music with Ryan. Thanks for joining me again for another free little mini lecture lesson. And today we're going to talk about G major pentatonic and using a scale that has 3 octaves, okay? And we're going to be using the whole neck of our guitar. Okay, this is kind of another little follow-up to another lesson I had about G minor and G major pentatonic in first position, okay? And that was just a little bit about how they sound different and some scales just in first position to get used to. And so if you'd like, I'm going to have tabs for this, and if you'd like to download the tabs, free members, you can just click right on the link on the lesson page that you're at, and you can download those. If you're on YouTube and you'd like to download the tabs for this lesson and the previous lesson, and I got a bunch of other free lessons, click this link right over here. You can sign up at my website. It's free to do. It takes 2 seconds, and you can access a whole list of free lessons and free videos, tabs, sheet music, stuff like that. Okay, that's up to you. You can watch and follow along and see what you think. But yeah, free members, just click the link on the lesson page and download the tab. So people asked for some more scales, and they wanted them kind of like, people want to know how to use them. Of course, they always want to know how to use them. And it's hard to fit that in 10, 15-minute lessons. But they also wanted scales that covered a large portion of the neck, and they wanted to be able to kind of connect things a little bit. So this is a great scale, and I show this all the time and in my private students, and I do a couple lessons. I think You Ain't Going Nowhere, the solo lesson, is all about this scale. So if you're interested in using it in a song, that's a good one for it. But so here it is. Here is the 3 octaves. Again, this is G, and you can move this as well. So have a little fun on the way down there, but okay, it's it's all major pentatonic, and there's 3 octaves. They cover, and as you saw, it covers the whole neck. Now it's kind of hard to use this for every key, but I can just simply, this is a G note here. I move it up to A, and now I can have A minor pentatonic, or A major pentatonic. Okay, way up there. Don't often get up there that high in the acoustic guitar. But, so you can move this. This is movable. So let's go through it here real slow. I'm just going to go note for note, or fret and string, each one. And again, if you want to download the tabs, you can if you sign up to be a free member at the site. So 3rd fret, low E. And lastly, sorry, I'm going to be using mostly my 1 and my 3rd finger, okay? 1st finger, 3rd finger. You can maybe do a couple different things here and there, but I'm using 1 and 3 here. That's what I suggest for this scale. So 3rd fret, low E, 5, and then shift to 7, okay? 3, 5, 7. And then drop to the next string, 5, 7, drop to the next string, 5, 7, shift up to 9, and then next string, I'll bring it a little closer here for you, 7, 9, and then right here you got to kind of squeeze in. We're going to drop down the string, and we can go to the 8th fret of the B string, okay, and then 10th, then shift up, 12, and then drop the string, 10 on the high E, 12 on the high E, then we go to 15, okay? All right, so let's go back down. Make sure we're shifting. So 15, then I shift with my 3rd finger, 12, then 10, B string, 12th fret, and then I'm going to shift, I'm going to shift down here to 10, and then 8, and then you kind of got to squeeze my 3rd finger in there, 9 on the G, 7 on the G, okay, 9 on the D, so switching strings, shift down, 7, 5, and then A string 7, 5, E string 7, shift, 5, 3, G chord, okay? Or kind of maybe do a bar chord there since it's movable. All right, so there's a scale up and down. And one thing, or a couple things, but one really important aspect, and I'll have them on the tabs, I'll have it named, but you should know where all your G notes are at. Because again, this scale we're going to use for improvising, playing solos. It's a scale to draw from. Okay, it's not like magic. It's not just going to open up all the doors and you're going to just know how to solo. Those things take work. People are like, well, I need to, how do I use it? Well, you got to try. You got to learn it first really well. But in doing so, one of the good things, one of the more important things, I think, is to know where all the root notes are, or the G notes in this case, or tonic. Some people call it tonic, or the home key. So we're in G. There's a G note. Another G. The next G. And the next G. If I know where those G notes are at, no matter if I'm kind of noodling around and I don't know where to go, if I land on a G note, then it kind of completes everything and resolves, and it sounds like it's safe and it's all right to do. And so that's a good, and I'll have it marked again on the tab for you. G. It'll help you start to know your fretboard a little bit better too. I got a lesson about how to name the notes on your guitar, just like this. And yeah, knowing where the tonic or the root note, in this case G, will help you when you improvise or solo, or maybe you kind of know how to improvise, or you're looking to play like a melody, and if you know where your notes are at, it will help. So that's what I kind of want to do, is I want to segue into, I'm not going to break it down and go super in depth about it, but I want to show you kind of how to use it a little bit, okay? And what I want to do is I want to use the tune Amazing Grace, and I always use Amazing Grace for, improvising solo, like to teach, because you know the tune really well and the melody is easy to recognize. So I can play Amazing Grace in a few different places based on this scale. Okay, so let's say that's a little bit. Amaze starts on a D note, 5th fret of the A, goes up to an E note, 7th fret, and then G note. Amaze, amaze. Then it goes up to a B. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. That was all in that scale. I'm sorry, so kind of started here. Amazing grace. And I'm adding some slides, How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Whoa. Okay, or maybe I want to do it a little higher. So I started on a D note, because again the melody starts on a D. Started on the 7th fret. And then I get to my G note, again on the 8th. And if I know where that G note is, that'll help. Well, if I know where all the notes are at, but. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Whoops. Okay, so there's two different places right there. I can use that scale to pick out a melody. And again, these things, if you've never done this, these things take time. They take practice. They take knowing the notes, studying, woodshedding. Like, it just doesn't come because I show you a scale. Some people want to just like the one lesson, the 1 10, 15-minute lesson. They want to like, well, how do I use this? What do I do? Well, I'm showing you a few things to start with, because it's a big world, and it just takes time. I had to sit there and name those notes, figure out my notes on my guitar, and then just start. So just going to say that. So if I maybe wanted to kind of improvise over top of that Amazing Grace. Just messing around, you know, off the cuff. And some of it was better than others, but I was just moving between those little spots. Okay, a little more bluesy again. When I think major, pentatonic, I think kind of like, I mean, it doesn't always have to be. It's this scale spans several genres. But I think a lot like Allman Brothers or Leonard Skinner, or I mean even things like Jack Johnson, or it just covers a wide. I mean the blues they use it all the time, and it's up to you how you want to manipulate it. But I use it a lot. Okay, so cool. Again, if you want to download the tabs for it, sign up in the box if you're already not a free member. Free members, you can download on the page. Make a comment. Too, let's start a discussion. Let me know what you're thinking. You know, I'm sure you have a question that others have. So ask a question, and I'll get back to everyone. We'll have a conversation. If it gets to be real interesting, I'll post another video lesson about this and expand upon it. All right. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.